Hey, was this on the whole time? How are you? You guys all right? Northeast, sitting in the middle of a blizzard. Um, just want to do some viewer mail. Uh, I got a hate post the other day. I haven't got one of those in a while. I wanted to recap. Still one of my favorite hate mails ever. What was funny about it was that apparently he must have been using a thesaurus, and then the evolution of the emails were just freaking phenomenal. So if you're going to insult me, let me give you the template for insults. Fag, you intellectually devoid Neanderthal. You are immoderately dejune and inordinately puerile imbecile. Nothing more than a pathetic charlatan and a profligate villain, purporting to be a clairvoyant to possessing peerless business acumen. Why charge money, you parsimonious dolt? One of my favorites. Can't you comprehend that you're not funny? See, that hurts. And your supposed meteor as a traitor is incredulously apocalypal and dubious. Wait for the close. Vapid fool, be gone. So if you're going to insult me, work on it. Okay? So let me show you what happened after that email. So after that email, it doesn't get any better, but he lessened his thesaurus, and your celebration is a sense of relevation glorified in the presence of self-worth. I don't know if that was an insult or not, but the next email, fuck you, you motherfucking bitch fuck. Fuck you, fuck your fucking gay ass, fuck your fucking bullshit, and fuck you, you fucking dumb fuck. Okay. You look like a cute guy. Maybe you'd be even a cuter girl. How would you like to be my bitch? And then I I can't find it, but he took a picture and took a snapshot of my face during one of the videos with my mouth open, and he drew a dick and he said, "My dick here." See, that's creative. That's entertainment. That's phenomenal. So if you're just going to say you suck, work on it, man. Work on it. Okay? Work on it. But let's talk about the other emails that I got. Kenny, I hope you're enjoying your weekend. I've never made this much money in my life. Thank you. Stay warm. Kenny, I enjoyed your service. I joined in November. I was struggling at first, and now I've taken my account from 18,000 to finally over 30,000, and I expect I'll be able to profit with you more, as now my account is over the pattern day trader rule. Just spent my vacation with you, Kenny, and it was worth it. I've only been with you for 7 or 8 days. You're funny as fuck. Fuck the haters. You make making money enjoyable and entertaining. Kenny, I don't know if you guys ever thought about starting a hedge fund, but damn, I would give you all my money. Please think about it. Here's the link to get it started. I'm never going to start a hedge fund. Kenny, you're the greatest. That Apple trade was phenomenal. Thank you for teaching me about Vwap. I would love an autograph poster of you. You're getting it. This one's going out to you, Henry. Way to go on Hood. I've never experienced making 400% on my money in a day. Way to go, Kenny. Way to go, Hood. Kenny, I made $220 on the Visa put. Thank you for teaching me about the fade, Jenny. Kenny, I need your damn charts. You're the man. Please help me. Kenny, hanging out with you on Thursday night really opened my eyes to the way you trade. Thank you for the invite. Thank you, Warlock. I'll be there tonight. Thank you, Warlock, for hanging out on a Thursday night. It's amazing how much you do for us to help. I'm a new student, Kenny. I'm a new student of your Vwap. This is the most intriguing thing I've ever seen in the market. Thank you for telling me to dump my portfolio to start the year. Kenny, I'm starting to get it. Thank you. Kenny, your mother sucks cock in hell. No, I'm waiting for one of those. Thank you for doing the schmooze. Thank you for the schmooze. Thank you for Thursday night. Thank you for Exit 58 and sucking me and my friends off. You're an asshole. Nope, that's a fake one too. I'm expecting one negative one out of all this. Kenny, I don't know whose lifetime your lifetime membership is, but I will be the guy bothering you when you're 80. How do I get in? Need the password to the schmooze. All right. Thank you for the monitor that you sent me. It arrived in one piece. By the way, what I do is I have a lot of stuff in my house. So I'm a hoarder, but I hoard with a purpose. I don't like throwing things out. So I hoard. I keep them in my basement. I organize them. I have OCD. I have ADHD. I know where everything is in my house. And if somebody needs something, I send it to them. No strings attached. I pay for it, shipping included. I've sent monitors, computers, lots of stuff. So that was phenomenal. I was pretty high when I sent the monitor, and I was pretty sure I didn't put bubble tape around it. I cannot believe it made it to you in one piece. That's awesome. Kenny, you suck. Kenny, you suck. Kenny, if you're such a great trader, why do you charge people to be on your website? No, those are old too. I know. I haven't got one of those in a while. Kenny, if you're so awesome, why do you charge people to come to your website? My response to that email was basically, why does Apple still charge for phones? They're still they're a $3 trillion company. You'd think they'd give out phones for free at this point, right? Crazy that they keep charging for these phones. Why? Kenny, this is an SP5 semi-automatic version of the Select Fire MP5, which is extremely reliable gun. Watch Die Hard or Under Siege. Too bad you live in New Jersey and you can't own one of these. Thanks again for Vwap. You're the best. Don't listen to the haters. Their loss. Thank you, Ron. So I wanted to come on this morning because I tend to harp on the negative because I'm a pessimist and my mom made me this way. I don't look at last week as a success for myself because I look at the successes that I had as a former trader back in the day. This should have been a week where I really, really retired, like millions of dollars. Millions, I'm talking about. And what was sick was that I had to leave early on Friday, and weird things just happen when I have to leave. When I'm on vacation, weird things happen. But when I'm in the heat of battle, and my wife's dragging me out of here, and again, it was a family thing. My daughter's a champion gymnast. We had to go. She had to defend her title, and she won. She came in first on the floor. Not that good on the beam or the bars or the beam bars. A vault was all right, but I just want her not to get hurt at this point. So having her win is just a bonus. But we drove 2 hours and drove 2 hours back in the snow. It was nuts. And then I came back and I saw what Hood had done. Do you know, our first trade of the day, we were buying the stock. Made some money on the stock, and then we rolled that money into the $11 calls. Some people got them at 20 cents. I bought them at 30. I sold them at 60. 100% on your money in an hour wasn't bad. But wow, I can't find the email now, but somebody bought the 12s as a lotto play for 3 cents and sold them at 60 cents. So I came in with Hood as my favorite play of the day. As long as it held 10 bucks, I thought there'd be a squeeze. So this is one of those calls. Do you want to hate on me because I didn't make $1 million on the trade? Do you want to hate on me that I only made 450 bucks on a trade that probably should have changed my life? Or look at it the way I look at it. Other people took that trade because I suggested it, and everybody made money. And that's where I am in my life. That's my life now. When I get those emails and I know other people took that trade, it saves me from depression. So thank you for sending me the emails. Thank you for listening and appreciating Vwap, because I am not outsmarting anybody. I think I've told you this a million times. You put me in a room with some educated 50-year-old people, I'm an imbecile. I'm a child. I've never had a real job. I've been in this home. I've been sitting alone for most of my life. That's why these videos help me cope, and online stuff. Thank God. This is the only good part of the internet. But my point is, I've never seen trading working this well in my life. I have 2 lines on my chart. It's the 1-minute VWAP and the prior day VWAP. Sometimes I look at a couple of days ago. But between the 1 minute, we call it, in the multi-day, the 1 day, thank you, Zach. It took me 18 months to figure out which trade worked the best. Damn. It's definitely earnings reports. 100%. And here I am telling you that these trades work almost every time. But why believe me? That's why what we do on my website is we say, come, witness it. Look, I'm not making this happen. I'm just showing you where to find it. There it is. Oh, there goes another one. There. You guys fish, or do you hunt? Do you fish? Do you hunt? Do you take your boat out and just go into the middle of the ocean and hope for the best? Or do you have a spot that you go? Or maybe you know somebody that's a local legend, and you ask them, hey, second week in August, where are the striped bass running? He knows those secret spots. The hunter, do you just wander the woods looking for a deer? Nope. Hunters have their spots. They know where to look. They know what to do and where to find their prey. That's what I do. I point out the prey and I say, go get it. Are you comfortable hunting for big bear like Tesla? There it is. Exit 58. I'm there in 20 minutes, baby. So I set people up on Friday. It was Apple, Tesla, Q's, Hood, Visa. I know there's a few more, but I'm not even bothering turning my screen on. But I have never seen anything like this before in my life. And I traded in the .coms. I thought that was a miracle. This is a miracle going on here. And most of it's counterintuitive, which is awesome. And there are people out there, again, no matter what I say, no matter what anybody says, they just believe what they hear on TV. If Goldman Sachs says something, that must be the truth. Do you realize Goldman Sachs has made some of the worst, really legitimately the worst calls ever? Ever. The AMD, sell it and short it at 4. Fast forward to April 2020, when they told you that this could be the worst 2 to 5 years the market's ever seen because of this pandemic, turned into the greatest rally we've ever seen in history. And then Goldman Sachs, as the market's starting to finally blow off that Cathy Wood top, the Cathy Wood top was already in. All that was left was for the foundation to fall, and then the rest of the stocks crumbled. You saw it. And right at that moment, right as the pivot, right? Right as the pivot, Goldman Sachs tells you this is not a bubble. You have nothing to worry about. Pile in. And that was on January 13th when I came out and said, listen, guys, I've been bearish for the last 3 months. I think we're really going to get paid off this weekend because Goldman Sachs says the opposite. And we came in and there was the Monday annihilation. And now we got some volatility. So it is fantastic. Mm, I won't start a fund because then I can't have any fun. And then you have to own stocks. Who wants to own stocks? The idea of a real hedge fund doesn't even exist anymore. The traders that are actually hedging the market, the hedge funds are basically leveraged funds. They should just call them leveraged funds. They pile into 10 names, hope those 10 do well, and they get massive returns for their investors. The idea of hedging doesn't even exist anymore. Some of the biggest hedge funds in the world, they don't hedge. They don't even sell calls against their position. They don't buy puts. Sometimes they'll short the S&P against the portfolio as a hedge, but most of them, a lot of them, don't do what you think they do. But one thing I've been teaching everybody is you can do it yourself. You can manage your own account. And I'll give you 2 tidbits of information. If you're getting slaughtered in this market, right, and you got some stock right now, and I know it's tough if you held the whole time down. But the first rule I learned was if you're not confident enough to buy more on the way back down, you should sell it. So simple. Take a moment. Man, should I be buying more here? If you're not immediately saying yes, sell the stock. And then the follow up was, do I buy puts to protect myself? Why? When you're buying options, you want an immediate payday most of the time if you're a buyer, right? Time is against you. If you're about to buy puts on a stock you own, what are you saying? You're saying the stock's going to go down imminently. Why do you own it? Sell the stock. And some people listened to me. Some people didn't. And here we are. I mean, every stock I bought over the last 6 months turned into a shit show. Downtown Josh Brown telling me about Roblox, convincing me that this is how to participate in the metaverse. And I'm down 40% in 5 days on the stock. Fantastic. I'm reading about SoFi. Sounds like an interesting company. They finally get their bank charter, the big news. Stock falls 50% after they get the news that everybody was waiting for. So there really isn't real value in the stock market. It's all perception. And right now the perception is everything's worthless. See, I've always perceived it as worthless because it's a pyramid scheme. It's a Ponzi scheme. That's what it is. It's built that the stock market's built on the idea that someone else is going to come along later and buy something higher from you. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's a pyramid scheme. It's the whole thing. But that's all we got. So once you shake the foundations of the confidence of the hope and faith, then what do you got? Zero. So when a stock goes from 90 to 20 and you perceive that as valuable, why? Not if anybody doesn't want it. If nobody wants the stock, then it has zero value, even though it's fallen from 90 to 20. And that's where we are right now. And that annihilated me in 2000. I crushed the market on the downside. I made close to $1 million and I gave back half of it trying to hold on to some stocks that I thought had value, like Lucent, uh, the incubator stocks, if you remember those, CMGI, fiber optics, and then of course Enron, WorldCom, Puda Coal, Walter Energy, and the rest of the stocks that I've held that to zero. I'm done trying to think I know about anything. I am just trading what I see. And the hood trade was a classic example of me learning from my mistakes, See, normally I don't care if a stock now goes from 80 to 10, it's probably going to zero. But I know once the sentiment completely changes to bearish, because man, at 10 bucks, people are finally giving up on Robinhood. That's why I was telling people, look, if this holds 10 today, there's going to be a squeeze, and you're probably going to get 12 and a half out of it because it's options expiration. 10 gets you 12.50. Nice job. What's up, Jeff? So, yeah, you know what? I saw a couple of posts, and another guy claiming that, me, and again, it's not just me on the website, it's me, my buddy April. And of course, if you haven't met Solid Jello is a friend of mine who was a member of the website in 2007. Yeah, we tried to get something going back then. It didn't really work out. Fast forward till we both embraced Vwap. I showed him what I like, and he ran with it. He's a master now, so now he teaches on the website, and it's just an education. It's an education, and the only thing about what makes us different than anybody else, and I still believe we're the only ones that do this. We don't ask you for anything. Come hang out. Come hang out for a couple of weeks. Come to a schmooze. Listen to what we are looking at. Listen to our ideas. See if they gel with you. Maybe you want to learn more. Hang out for a week. No, hang out for 2 weeks. Wait, hang out for 3 weeks. Stop it. Maybe even 4 weeks for nothing. 4 weeks sometimes. It started as a month trial, but that was a little bit too it was a little bit too long. So we cut it to 2. And usually if you're there for 2 and you ask politely, hey, can I hang out for another couple of week, we usually do it. And know what that moment, though, that 2 or 3 week process is generally you're kicking the tires, you're test driving it, you're seeing if we're full of shit, right? Do you know why most websites don't do that? Because they are full of shit and they are trying to scam you and they don't know anything. And they cherry pick their ideas and they throw them on the internet. Everybody has one good idea. What about the other 10 that didn't work? Right? I love talking about the losers because that's how you learn. But we do it differently because the way we do it is we don't care, really. We'd love to see you sign up. We'd love to get you involved. We'd love to get paid. That's what we do. But if you don't, after 2 or 3 weeks, you think we're a bunch of nudnik idiot schmucks. You've made an informed, educated decision and you don't join. Nobody else does this. Nobody. I've I have about 12 email addresses now. Kenny Glick AOL, blah, 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 blah. 12 email addresses. All 12, what do I get? Spam. Everybody gets spam. Most of the spam that I get is because I've been on financial websites. Everybody's claiming that they never lose. Everybody's claiming that they are the next big thing. Everybody's claiming that all you got to do is plop down some money and they'll hand you the winners. And I've gone to every one of those websites and I said, hey, look, I'm very skeptical, but I really want to learn. Could I just hang out for 3 or 4 days to get a feel? No. Just pay the 20 bucks and we'll give you a week trial. Why do you need my 20 bucks? Can't I just hang out for nothing? No strings attached? No. And I've been to every website. Everybody who's doing what we do. Nobody wants to give me a sneak peek. Why? Give me a couple ideas. Give me a winner. All I want is a winner, and then I will pay you. I will gladly pay you. If you make me money, if I make $500 and you're charging $250 a month, then boom, I'm in. I'll give you the $500 back and I'll spend 2 more months with you. Nobody wants to offer me that. I don't understand why, but I do know why. And we all do know why. Again, listen, when I talk about how I can out trade everybody, if somebody has real money, they can out trade me monetarily. My $400, $600 on Hood ain't changing my life and ain't changing anybody's life. So if I was in a trading contest and that person bought 100,000 shares at 12 and I bought 1,000 at 11, my entry was better. I'm a better trader, but he made 500 times more money than me. Who's better? Him. Right? The bottom line is the cash. So it's a relative thing, but I don't think anybody in this industry, and I'm being serious here, I don't think anybody in this industry can out idea me. You sit with me for a couple of weeks, I don't think there's anybody out here, nobody, especially anybody that does a talking head on CNBC or Fox. Obviously, analysts, they don't know what they're talking about. They're always late. I've outsmarted Cathie Wood, that's for sure, right? Made my videos in April, how it would end terribly for her and all of her investors. And I was right. There's no denying that I made those videos. They're there. And there's no denying what I do every day. You know why? Because we record it. We record all my videos. For the last 9 months, I have everything I've said documented. And people don't send emails just because they feel like it. I appreciate those emails. And I like the hate emails too. I like getting under people's skin. I try. If you don't know this or not, yeah, I am kind of an angry fella because I have frustrations and I let it out. That's how I deal with it. But I forgot what my point was. Angry. Douchebag. I'm really not a douchebag. I pretend to be one on TV because it's fun. I like getting under people's skin. I like rubbing salt into the wound of my victims. There's some of you people out there, I'd like to rip your fucking skull through just rip your skull right through your face. Pumped it. It's fun. But when we're trading, you haven't experienced anything. And I'm telling you, man, I've been doing this my whole life. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. I've never seen a market this awesome. And the one thing that you have to remember is that it's not about owning stocks. It's not swing trading. It's certainly not put spreads and call spreads because those lock you into the trade. It's liquidity trading. Finding an opportunity, milking that opportunity as best as you can, and then moving on. So again, I mentioned Uvxy at 1178. Somebody calls me an idiot. Okay. Fine. And then I tell people I think it's probably not a good idea to hold it anymore because it's probably going to give up 40%. And then, of course, they curse at my mom and fuck you. You don't know anything. Okay, sure. Own Uvxy, guy. Yeah, it's only been going down since inception. I wrote the prospectus. I keep one handy. Well, I don't know where it is now, but I keep a Uvxy prospectus handy because it's 117 pages of telling you not to own it. Sometimes it's like, I wonder what people are looking at, when you're seeing this perpetually go down for a decade and they think that's something that you want to own. It's a trading vehicle. Anyway, I just wanted to say, be safe out there. We're still doing free trials. This is the greatest market I've ever seen in my life. Even you haters out there. And again, let me talk to the haters one more time. And let me talk to the people that throw negative comments, or as the kids say, throw shade, which I like. I don't know if they're using it anymore because I'm so not cool. But throwing shade, that's pretty cool. I don't know exactly what it means, but I don't know where that came from. But throwing shade, I dig it. So if you're throwing shade, right? Do you realize that my first instinct is not to hate? My first instinct is not to lash out at you and stab you in the throat. My first instinct is not to burn your house down and rape and pillage your village. My first instinct is love. My first instinct is why? Why are you hating on me? What did I do? I'm just trying to help. Please stop hating me. I I really want to help you. But then if you continue to admonish and ridicule and throw shade, the warlock switch turns and it's bloody murder. But I'm always coming with love first, my friends. Always coming with love, always coming with the idea that I just want to help people and expose the true villains, expose the true charlatans, expose the true, did I say criminals yet? Fraudsters, scamsters. My first video was making fun of Kramer. And if you watch my early videos, it was really just about exposing this industry. I'm not a fan. I am not a fan of this industry. I was born into it and I never, ever liked it. From the days I was a stockbroker, that was it. Once I saw the back end of the brokerage side, I hated this industry from day one. It's the scammiest, scummiest, most awful place on earth. And that's why the opportunity to trade your own money in 1998 was phenomenal. We could finally do what we want to do and have our own responsibility and have consequences on our own. And if there's going to be a finger pointed, it's pointing right at yourself. That's it. So right now, if you're looking deep into my eyes, I still want to help you as much as you hate me. I really do. Whether or not you believe it or not. And another thing I want to remind you guys, if you're out there watching this video, it's not about me. Even though I make it all about me, it's not. That's the joke. The running joke, the narcissistic joke, it's a Trump dig. Don't you get it yet? He spent 4 years talking about how awesome he was. And what did he do? He convinced everybody how awesome he was, right? If you say something enough times, people start to believe it, right? I'm the greatest trader of all time. If I say it enough, people will be like, damn, this guy's the greatest trader of all time. I mean, I sort of am, but am I? I'm certainly not. Certainly not. Do I have the greatest ideas? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Did I? So the question, and I'm going to leave this, and because I'm pondering this myself as I'm out there shoveling my own snow. I don't even own a snow blower because I'm cheap and I got nowhere to put it. I woke up this morning screaming. Why didn't I buy the $12 calls in Hood? They were 3 cents. Just throw a couple of $100 on it, you moron. Do you know there are people that bought the Hood options at 2 cents and 3 cents and sold them at 30, 60, and I hear reports at 80. Imagine getting into an option at 2 cents and you buy 100 calls. Or let's just go. That's right. My wife was shoveling. I went out and helped her. Look, I'm still all red. I'm dying. But what was I thinking? Why didn't I put that trade on? I don't know. It's because I'm so caught up in the activity of the market. I'm doing 2 live shows at the same time. And it really just, you're just in the moment. I got 1,000 shares of the stock. I'm rocking. Here we go. I'm looking at Visa. Got the Qs, Uvxy. And it legitimately slips my mind. So please, for the love of God, I've got one person right now that I'm training to be my fazoon. I'm looking for one more. Come to the website. I'll give you $35,000 cash, no strings attached. I'll give you an account, my money. All you got to do is push the buttons for me. No shit. Help me out. This market is absolutely insane. And I'm missing my own opportunities because it's hard to kiss all the girls. It's hard to be in all the positions at one time. It's virtually impossible. But if I had some capable assistants where I said, Fazoon, if Robinhood breaks 1085, you buy those $12 calls no matter what price. Yes, sir. Yes, master. And then Fazoon goes ahead and does it. And then they're in the visa, the queues. And then when I'm leaving the house early, Fazoon knows the master's leaving early. What happens to the market? Usually there's a monster move when the master leaves early. And maybe you would have been buying those 248 calls on the QQQ going into the close, making yourself 400%. Oh, because I was in those. I lost money on those. It's just embarrassing. I had bought calls on the Qs early in the day. They start rolling over. I was like, screw this. I lost $200. And they wound up being a monster trade at the end of the day. But I'm looking for some capable assistants. Let me train you. Let me know what you got to do. And the only thing is, you got one. I can't give anybody more than two chances anymore, because everybody's disappointed me, which is it's absolutely sad and terrible and tragic. Because I've tried this experiment before. Started with Walking Talking. Remember him? The guy was coming up with his own good ideas. I was teaching him about Vwap. I was like, here, do this, do this, do this. And then the guy, he buys BlackBerry options in my account on a Friday on a takeover rumor. I was like, don't put BlackBerry options into my account on a takeover rumor ever. I was like, we're VWAP traders. We're trading. We don't buy options on Friday, guessing what's going to happen on Monday. That's for gambling losers. Do that with your own money. You know what he says to me? Fuck you. You're a pussy. And I was like, yeah? Okay, you're fired. I even found this guy an apartment. We kicked him out of the apartment. The big splash kid, 6 months of training him. 6 months, I didn't let him touch the money, just to make sure he knew what he was doing. The first day I'd set him free, he loads up on some stock that had 400 shares on the day, volume, with a 40-cent spread. He blew his account up in 2 minutes. Was that my fault? It's just, it's absolutely, and again, the list goes on and on. Started with Carl, Walking Talking, 33 trade guy. 33 trade guy, still one of the most demented things I've ever seen. The guy traded 33 individual names, like IBM, Coke, and like 30 individual stocks, 33 individual stocks in an hour and 15 minutes. And he lost on every trade but one. It was like he was just pressing the button, trying to churn my account. And this was after 3 weeks of him doing the right thing. I thought I had found the Fazoon of my dreams. 3 weeks, the guy's making $250, $300 a day for me. I'm like, there you go. 1 or 2 trades, small size, get your feet wet. Here we go. He comes back from a high school reunion in Florida. He must have got his heart broken while he was down there. He came back and blew my fucking account up in the middle of the day. I thought somebody hacked the account. It was so bad. I was like, nobody would trade 33 individual names in an hour and 15 minutes in the middle of the day. Why? Why? And I got him on the phone. The kid's in misery. He's like, I take full responsibility for everything I've done. I'm like, no. I know you do. But can you explain to me what you were thinking when you pressed the button and then pressed it again, and then you went on to the next one and did it again? Were the trades not appealing to you every 13 or 15 seconds? You were trading in 15-second, 20-second increments. Oh God, I'm in. Oh, I'm out. In, out, in, out, in, out. It was like you were trying to hurt me. But I just have to assume that you had some sort of mental deficiency that I wasn't aware of. And again, I've seen it all. And I'm still willing to try one more time because after a day like Friday, I need help. Friday should have been at least a 20 grand, 30 grand day. Monday should have been the 200 grand day. Oh, I got stories that'll make you cry. You know how much money I've blown trying to help people? Probably $250,000. I gave one guy $30,000 account. And again, they all start out all right. They listen, they're scared, they don't want to do a trade. They'll take small size when they should have gone up a little bit. But then something goes wrong. It's something, I think maybe they get comfortable or they think they know what they're doing. But then they go so bizarre, like the guy that started trading gold futures in my account. He's like, I've never traded gold in my life. This guy's buying gold futures, JNUG and JD, whatever the other one was, and he's loaded up. And I see how they lost like two, 3 grand that day. I was like, where did you get this idea? Well, I figured, wait a second, why are you figuring anything? You're supposed to be trading earnings reversals. Gold futures? And then I had a guy who I gave him a leveraged account. He calls me from the road. Like I could hear. I was like, where are you? He's like, oh, I'm driving. I think I might have blown your account up. That IPO that came out, yeah, I'm pretty sure I bought it and I didn't put a stop on. But what? Why? Why? The people that I have funded, yeah, there were a couple of people back in the day. And you know what they did? They left me. They're like, thanks for the opportunity. I'm getting this. I'm going to go do it myself now. Yeah. The one or two that were working out, they left me. And I don't mind because that's kind of my goal. I'd love to show people how to make money. And then why would you want to work for me? Go make money yourself. But the ones, it's usually the 5 or 10 granders. I get them over the top to get to that 30 grand so they could be liquid. And they all just lose their mind. I mean, this is going on since 2007 with Carl. You guys ever watch the Carl video? You guys want to get a good laugh? I smoked a joint. I was doing whippets, and I made the video for Carl. Oh, I'm high. You want to see Kenny high? Search, hit the bid Carl. You want to watch a funny? I mean, the video still makes me laugh because I remember how mad and depressed yet pretty fucking high. I think it's hit the bid Carl. Hit the bid Carl. See if I can find it. I'll leave you on that one. You guys want to get it? Next time you're zooted, watch Hit the Bid Carl and you'll get higher. There it is. 14 years ago. Oh my Lord. I was still holding on to hair. Look at me. You want to see true dementia? You want to see true? This is pain. There's pain behind those eyes. Let's watch it together. Hold on. We're in the spirit world now, Carl. Carl. What a fucking idiot I am.
Yeah, Carl. That's right. The crazy thing is, Carl, I don't think anybody wants to invest their money with us now, Carl. Carl. You might be the smartest guy on the street, Carl.
I remember the pain.
And nobody knows who you are.
Oh, man.
But you know what, Carl? No one's ever going to know.
I love the last Carl that I do. Wait.
As long as you just keep talking about the winners. We can all talk about the winners, Carl, if you know what I mean. You son of a bitch, Carl. How could you sell the Akamai, Carl? You were going to be my saving grace in all the chaos that's happened to me over the last couple of weeks. But Carl. Oh, God.
So I fired him.
Carl.
Oh, man. Oh, bro. That hurts my head when I watch that video. And then I watch that video, I'm like, would anybody trust me? What you're not seeing is I'm cracking whippets and then I'm blowing them out. Oh, I am a moron. Oh, shit. Watch that video. Wait, the Carl fucked me up. You want to hear the Carl story? My dad and I own 3,000 shares of Akamai, right? We had a ton of it for a while. It was after the crash we bought it. Well, we were in it while it crashed, then we bought more on the turn. And I love the company, and I wanted to be a real big investor. And the stock had been bumping up against 1750 for like 2 years. So I said, Carl, look, Big Al and I, we didn't want to buy more Akamai, but we want to buy it after it breaks 1750. So if it breaks 1750, put 3,000 shares in my dad's account and don't look at it. I don't want you to do anything. It's not a day trade. Just buy 3,000 more shares and just let it go. This is when the internet was spotty. You couldn't even get a good internet signal on the boat. We were on a cruise. I finally get to a paper. I see Akamai's up 4 points. It broke 1750 and had a 4-point breakout. It was like a day and a half. I'm going nuts. High-fiving my dad. I'm like, I told you, we waited long enough for this thing to go. Guess what Carl did? And it was the worst moment because I was like, Carl, you got those shares, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, but I sold them. The stock was up like 2 points. Not only did he sell the 3,000 that I told him to buy, he sold the other stock out of my father's account. He sold our long-term holdings and never bought anything back. So we get back and there's 0 shares of Akamai in the account. Oh, Carl, what did you do? I mean, we waited 3 years for the moment and Carl fucked it up. It was insane. I should have never gave anybody access to another account after that. But damn, that's my dementia. So that was what, 2007? So now fast forward to 2022. I'm basically I would say 2 for 10. Not a good track record. But it's not because the trades don't work. I got depressed 33 trade guy who must have lost his mind down at the high school reunion. I got Jamaican kid who wants to make a big splash. I got a gambling crazed maniac who keeps buying BlackBerry and Amarin options in my account. I got a guy that trades gold futures in my account. You see where I'm going? It ain't me. I might be a bad judgment of a person, But it seems like everybody's insane. And I could appreciate that because I'm borderline insane myself. Borderline. Borderline. You know, I have conversations with myself in the mirror. Some people say that's insanity. I say it's just talking it out. Who else is going to listen to me but me? I smoke weed every day. If you don't know that, right? I go down to my basement, I blaze up, and I have a conversation about what happened today with myself. Maybe I am nuts. Maybe. But man, what I am still willing to do, and I got one. This is now a dear friend of mine. If she fucks me, I will be beyond depressed. She's not going to fuck me in any way. It might not work out, but she's my, and again, I got another guy in the works. He's doing the right thing now, but he had to lose $5,000 first. You know who I'm talking about. Now he's like, I was a gambling psychopath. I apologize. And now he's back and he's killing it now. 300% return on options, doing really, 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 really well. And now he's on his own. He lost with me. It wasn't my money, but he lost first, but he learned from his mistakes and he went away from those pump and dump biotechs. And now he's back with a vengeance, which is great. But I'm still willing to help. Except if you've insulted my mom. Come on, what did my mom do? All right. Stay warm, my friends. I'll see you Sunday night. Don't miss the schmooze. This was our best schmooze ever. Thursday night, I gave everybody the Visa, the hood, the cues. Every trade that we went over on Thursday night worked on Friday. And that's why Friday was just like, it was a miracle. It's awesome. Well, now that you brought my mom into it, 75.5. When you know movie quotes, we're friends forever. Good stuff, man. Oh, wait. Keltec, sub 2000. It's a Glock. Now it's a rifle. You like black coffee, guns, and America? Black Rifle Coffee. If you don't drink it, you're a pussy. Black Rifle Coffee. I wish that was a real commercial. You like guns, black coffee in America? Black Rifle Coffee's for you. Unless you're a fucking pussy. Where the hell are the rest of my guns? All right, I cleaned and put them away. Because I'm a responsible gun owner. All right, next time you're thinking about doing a non-Vwap trade, remember, I'll come for you. All right, nice hanging out. Yeehaw, be careful. It's still snowing out here. I got 2 feet so far. My wife is out there slaving. Look at her. She loves the snow, that Viking goddess. No, I actually went out and helped her this time. All right, guys. I'll see you Sunday night, Monday morning. Get to the schmooze. The shit is legit. You like smoking weed, getting drunk, hanging out with friends, and talking about options? Thursday night schmooze. All right, guys. Be careful out there. By the way, send some hate mail. I kind of like them. I'm weird like that. See ya.